Sorry about that. I keep forgetting that I have to turn my microphone on. Miss Anya. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Did you guys go see your movie? Miss Anya and Christopher went to go see Lilo and Snitch. They went to go see Lilo and Snitch. Okay, now you can hear me. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Renita? I was just yeah, she went to go see they went to go see Lilo and Snitch. How was your movie? Hey, Renita, the mad scientist, how are you, dear? Miss Yachty is I think she's driving out of town now, so let's give her a little bit of prayer if possible. We want to make sure that she gets there safely and gets back home safely. Whatever. So she's I believe she's on the road right now. But please keep our friend in your prayers. Just so she gets home safely and gets to where she's going. Okay, Lilo and Stitch. Can you pronounce? You guys see how she is with me? She said it's Lilo and Stitch. Can you pronounce the movie right? What's going on with you, man? Yeah, so Miss, here's the thing. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Miss Anya has a bit of an anger problem. Not necessarily with me, but she does have one. And if you pronounce certain stuff, she will correct you very quickly. If she doesn't like something that you've done, that you've that you're doing, or that you've said, she will tell you right then and there. Miss Anya does not like Christmas music. I was born the day after Christmas, so I love Christmas music. I walk around singing it all the time. Miss Anya's like, yeah, I stopped singing those songs because I got bored with them. She is, yeah, she will tell you very quickly how she doesn't like something. So anyway, man, I am happy to see you guys tonight. I think it's gonna be kind of a short night. Um, I think so. Am I positive? No, but I think so. Either way, excuse me. Let me pardon me, move a couple things over. So, anyhow, how's you guys' day, man? Let's start off with that. How are you? How's your day going? I would really love to know about you guys first. Matter of fact, how about this? Tell me what's going on, because remember, there's a 60-second delay. For everybody else who does not know me, my name is Fearless Cummings. Thank you so much for joining Ags Fearless. I am a life coach, philosopher, as well as trainer. Here we talk about our dreams, goals, aspirations, problems. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what we do here. And I give kind of like a play-by-play on um, teaching principles, offering some perspective, and whatever else I say before that. I can never remember. I can never. That's why I write everything down. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, please. Tell stories. There it is. Teach principles, tell stories, offer perspective. That's what I do. Miss Yachty! Hold on. She told me that she said that if it's getting dark, Benito will drive. So, Benito, you are driving with precious cargo, sir. Precious cargo. Be careful, kind sir. Drive careful. We expect to see her back here Monday, kind sir. Or we will come and get her. Do you hear me, kind sir? We will come and get her. You too, obviously. But we will come and get Yachty. We will come get her. Sorry, man. I'm just talking shit. How you guys doing now? Jerry, you said it could be better. What's going on, my guy? Hey, Rebecca. What's going on with you, Jerry Bear? As a life coach, if you guys are just now coming in, again, we do coaching and all that stuff, and this is live Q&A, live coaching, live building. So everything that we do is live. I do not record anything. Everything I do, I shoot it right then and there. So if I mess up on anything, you know what it is. We don't double take anything. I don't edit anything. Whatever you see is what we've shot. I got myself. I got my boy, my guy Ozzy over here on the camera. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what we do. Oh, you said okay. So you said you had a good day today. Well, up here you said, hold on. No, Christopher said it could be better. Are you okay, Christopher? I'm sorry. Are you okay, my guy? Sorry about that, Jerry. I kind of looked at that right after. Jerry, I think I got you mixed up because your comment came directly after Chris's did. Is everything okay, Christopher? I'm sorry to hear that, Rebecca. Yeah, Becky, right? And Rebecca, Becky, is that who it was? I know Miss Anya was talking about that this morning. And you have my condolences, my friend. Yeah, yes, okay. Yeah, you have my condolences, buddy. I hope that you guys get through that. I hope that you guys get through that. You know, death is kind of hard, man. You know, death is hard. I hope that you had a great relationship with her. And make sure that you keep her in your prayers, man. Make sure you keep her in your prayers. All right, so Rebecca said I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry, my guy. Here, we're still gonna keep moving, but um, whatever people say. Hold on, she has 3 uncles. Hold on, please. Hold on, sorry. Let me make sure we put that up there. So she has 3 boys. From my uncle, raised 2, which are gonna be singer and grieving loss of their mother. 1 year. Oh wow! And the third one year younger than Caden. So the one is 11 years old. Okay, wow. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Sorry to hear that. Miss Shadira says, condolences, Chris. Uh, Christopher says the same thing. Condolences, buddy. You have our deepest condolences, Christopher. You do, buddy. Okay, so we're as the comments come in, I'll still read them or whatever. But we're gonna get going though, kind sir. But as they come in, and if you want to say something, let me know. We'll put that up there too, my guy. So before we get started, Oh, please. I wanted to ask you guys our commitment. How's that going? Today is day 8, I believe. Day 8 since we made our commitment that we would keep our word to ourselves and to everybody else around us. So, how have you guys been doing with that thus far? How have you guys been doing with that? Remember, because that's a big thing, man. It's a big commitment. For keeping our word. Rebecca said good. Okay. Oh, Jerry said excellent. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll start commenting on that as well. Still going. Okay, I put great for myself, which I do. Well, I put great for myself. Okay, awesome. I love hearing that. How you doing with your word, Yachty? How you doing with your word, dear? Okay, so with that, hold on, we gotta get our clap on. 100. Day 63 of 100. We're clapping. Clap for yourselves, obviously. Clap for yourselves. Why are we clapping for ourselves? Number one, we're clapping because we're here. Okay? We're clapping because we showed up, right? And here's the thing, if you don't clap for you, nobody else will. And when you clap for yourself, you give other people permission to clap for you as well. Okay? So go ahead and clap for yourselves. Thank you guys so much. Nishadi says she's been doing great with it. Perfect. I love that. Wonderful. Thank you, Jerry Bear. Thank you, Miss Shadira. Hey, Jessica. So we were just talking about our commitment to ourselves. We just got done clapping. So clap for yourself, Jessica. Clap for yourself for not only just for yourself, but thank you for showing up as well. And we were asking, how have you been doing with keeping your word to yourself? How have you been doing with that? How have you been doing with that? Even Christopher said good. That's what I love to hear, buddy. Even with everything going on, man, you gotta maintain your word, my guy. Your word has to be everything. Okay, especially to you first. That's what I like to hear. And I know you've been doing really well with that. So I'm not gonna just start speaking for you, but I did know that you've been doing extremely well with that. Yeah. So here's the thing. We do on our show come with a warning, which is if you are easily offended, this is obviously not for you. Um, as a life coach, I gratuitously use the fuck word. I am extremely unprofessional at times, but like some of my friends and colleagues will tell you, I get impeccable results. I do very good results, and I'm not necessarily saying I'm gonna get them for you, but again, I'm good at what I do. Very unorthodox, but I'm good at what I do. So if you're easily offended, this is obviously not for you. There's a million and one other uh, YouTube channels, Facebook pages that you can go to their lives and complain. This one isn't for you. If it's not. But if it is, pull up a chair, take a seat. Welcome to Axe Fearless. Let's get it started. So today, I wanted to discuss something which we've already kind of talked about before, and I even sent you guys This four agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. An amazing book. And I thought that, you know what, it'd be kind of cool to do kind of like a little recap presentation on it because it's so fun. Um, and we also have an extra one for you that most people don't know. Again, I am a avid reader, so I read everything, everything. Thank you, man. Right now, I'm reading. Let me read. Hold on. I'm reading "Twisted Lives" by Tim Tigner. This is actually the third book of his that I read, and this book is absolutely amazing. Fast paced, just epic, good stuff. Fiction, obviously, but man, it's a really, really, really good book. So, yeah, so that's what I'm reading right now. And if I wasn't doing this, that's what I would be doing right now. It's finishing my book because I have like less than 100 pages left, and I really want to find out what the fuck happened. Hence, that's why we're gonna move kind of quick on this. Got me? Got me. All right, so okay, we're gonna move on from that one. So please grab yourself a drink, a pen, pad, blanket, snuggie, charger, reading glasses, reading glasses, or whatever you need to do to get focused, so we can start. Okay. All right. What's the next one? Repetitive is key. Anything worth knowing, learning, teaching, or understanding revolves around this one word, which is repetition. I don't know. Figured I'd slow it down a bit. Oh, shit. Chris said I got my drink stuffed. He said I got my hot dog and popcorn. Damn. Why'd you bring me some, Chris? Over there bragging about shit. All right, please ask as many questions as you possibly can. I already have a bunch of questions geared up for you, but as your life coach, as your philosopher, as your consigliere, it's like a personal, advisor. This this does not work unless you're asking me questions. Okay? That's how the coaching mechanism works. That's how it becomes a thing of you. Right? The training that I'm teaching you guys is cookie cutter. I can teach this to anybody. Okay. The part that becomes yours is very simply when you ask questions. Just throwing it out there. Oh shit. Jerry, where'd you have catfish from? And don't tell me to lie. Don't Jerry, stop playing. Where'd you have it from? Jessica's allergic to catfish. Actually, she's allergic to anything in the sea. Period. You know what, Jessica? That was really shitty me to put your business out there like that. I am so sorry. Everybody retract what I just said. Retract the last minute. So anyway. Oh, where's that at? Yaya's Cafe? Is that over there by Glenwood? Or is that like Catfish on a Lake? Is that I've been there a couple times actually. Their food wasn't too bad. I know because I know you guys live over by Glenwood. Or like basically like down the street from Glenwood. Or would that be up the street? Up the street from Glenwood. Tabor, okay. Oh, and it's a scratch kitchen. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to come up there and actually, and you're out of school right now too, right, Rebecca? You're off of school now? Are you out? Because dude, I was kind of thinking, sometime within the next couple weeks, we can come on up there and have some fish with you guys. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll talk to Miss. Do they have anything else like hamburgers, chicken strips, stuff like that, or whatever? Do they have anything like that? Because I was thinking that on Tuesdays Chris is off. So me, hold on, get out. Okay. So me, Chris, and Anya can come down there and see you guys. So we'll see what Jessica's doing. Maybe take a couple carloads down there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, yeah, give us a couple weeks and I'll see what Christopher's doing and we'll take a trip down there. I'm pretty sure Jessica's down to ride too, depending on what she has going on because she's really busy. Yeah, give us a couple. Oh shit, that wouldn't be on a Tuesday. That'd probably be on a Wednesday or Thursday because I have a podcast. Hey, how far is that where you live from where we are? How far is it? Because I mean, I think we could probably still do a Tuesday. Remember, because I do a trial and error podcast with Brian on Tuesdays from 10:30 to about 12:30, almost 1 o'clock. So yeah, so how far is that from Bellevue? Okay, so then that's technically an hour drive. Yeah, it'd have to be on a Wednesday or Thursday then. Yeah, it'd have to be a Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, because I still got to go get my guy, and that's an hour. That's an hour drive just by itself, not even including the eating and obviously sitting around hanging out and talking. So like, yeah, we'd have to. Man, that sucks. Yeah, we'll figure it out though. We'll figure it out. All right. So anyway, let's jump into it. You guys already know what it is. In life, ladies and gentlemen, people are they're gonna hate on you. Right? And I've heard that before. Fearless people just don't fuck with you. Why are you here? Huh? Why are you even here? People don't mess with you. Nobody likes you. Nobody. Yeah, I know. Nobody believes in you either. I know. But you know what though? I believe in me. And I believe in us. And because I believe in us, in the back of my mind, guess what I'm saying to myself? I'm saying two words. And these two words, I believe, are hopefully the words that when you feel that somebody's hating on you, you feel the same way. So without further ado, from the depths of hell to the ceiling of heaven, can I get, can I get my hell yeah? Can I get my hell yes? There it is. Can I thank you, Christopher, from the depths of hell to the ceiling fan of heaven, because I'm sure it's hot as shit up there. Thank you guys so much. Look at Miss Anya. Look at Mr. Davey. Look at Jared Bear. Look at Bernita, my mad motherfucking scientist. There it is. Thank you so. I'm gonna shut this off. Fuck God. Damn, that shit's annoying. Either way, thank you guys so much. You know how I love hearing that good, sweet chin music. There's even Miss Yachty. Hey, are you guys there? Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. You guys got a few hours left. Right, Yachty? You guys got about 2, 3 hours left. So anyway, all right, thank you guys for my hell yeah. Word of the week. Yes. Our word is discipline, as you guys know. And as you guys remember, the word discipline technically means to learn something, knowledge, and or information. That's it. That's really what it means. All the other stuff that we put after it is what we know it to mean. God damn. What time did y'all leave? That trip should only take 6 to It's about 7 to 8 hours. Oklahoma or Chicago? So did you guys leave at 4? I mean, like, goddamn, did you just leave like 5 minutes ago or something? Good God. Anyway, sorry guys. Okay. So our daily dose of discipline, our synonym means structure. So an organized system or a set of rules. Okay. Structure. You're gonna remember that. So please remember that word. Structure. Okay. And the antonym, which is the opposite of discipline, is neglect. Failing to care for or give proper attention to something. Okay? Please know that. All right. So today, again, we're going to talk about the four parts agreement, and there's actually a bonus one because most people don't know about the own. Okay. So Oklahoma, we left at 6. He's been trying. Ah, what? Miss Yachty, what the fuck? Man, you better pull over and get that man a Red Bull. Good God. Benito, besides Benito and this chick that I know named Jennifer, this other lady I know named Jennifer, dude, they're like the hardest working people that I've met. Like, seriously. Like, wow. Like, I get tired just watching them. That's insane. All right, so anyway, Rebecca already knows about this book. Uh, um, Jessica, did you by any chance get Yachty a copy of this book? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to see her next week anyway. So if we could get her. I'm just saying, like, that dude's a very hardworking guy, man. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Anywho, we got to get her that book. Party Please, Sugar on Top. Okay, so real quick bio of the four agreements. The four agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz is based on the best-selling book rooted in ancient Toltec wisdom. I'm telling you, I'm like the ancients, it's like they had something that nobody else did, but whatever. It offers a powerful code of conduct for breaking limited beliefs and creating true freedom, happiness, and peace. Each agreement is a mindset shift that simplifies your life and reclaims your personal power. So it's really good. And we're just going to touch on each one and then we're going to go from there. Fun fact, this book has sold over 12 million copies and counting in the United States alone and has been translated into 46 languages. I don't know if you know this or not, but to sell 12 million copies in the US is a pretty large feat just in general. And let's be honest. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you remember how much money the self-help industry makes within a year? Can somebody tell me? I know you guys can. How much money does the self-help industry make in a year? See, last time I asked that question, there was money involved, and I ended up having to pay out on that shit. Look at you, Renita. No, sirs, I know 3 billion, 13 billion. Boy, Renita, if I would have said $5, boy, you would have got that. You would have got that. 13 billion. 13. It sells more than the movie industry and the music industry combined. Combined. Right? And let me tell you another little tidbit. Like I told you before, most people don't even finish the books that they buy. Isn't that crazy? They 12 million people bought this book, and I can almost assure you that over half of them never finished it. So that's 6 million copies sold, making this man a multimillionaire. And most people haven't even fucking read it. Ain't that crazy? Just saying, man. But because of me, I'm going to explain it all to you. So now you can say, you know what? I read it vicariously through Fearless. Boom. That's what we got. All right. So number one, let's get started. Can you guys see this okay? And I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger. Oh no, I just made it just a little bit bigger. Just want to make sure you guys can see it. Hold on, I guess I can turn my thing so I can see it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, yeah, we should be good. Okay, so the first one is to be impeccable with your word. Right? And we already know what that means because we all took a commitment. Oh, I wanted to make sure that you guys can actually see the what I wrote up on here, the presentation itself, Rebecca. That's what I was talking about, making sure that you guys can see. Um, so examples are you call yourself lazy after missing one task, you criticize someone behind their backs, and then you feel out of alignment, right? And we feel out of alignment because that's not being congruent with who we are. Oh, oh, you're good. Nah, you're good. No, I really didn't know if you guys could see it or not. That's why I was asking. Because I actually this time I did something a little bit different, and I'm not gonna tell you what I did. I just want to see make sure you guys could see it. Like see the actual, presentation within itself. So I just want to be sure you guys were good. Okay. So yeah, and I'm sure the majority of us have gone through that or whatever. But the first thing that he says is be impeccable with your word or whatever. So the questions would be, are my words building or breaking trust with myself and other people? And if you notice, isn't that what we talk about the last 7 days? Is how are you doing with keeping your words to yourself? How are you guys doing with that? That's the reason why I'm asking you that. Or anytime that we meet each other, first thing I ask, right? Even before we start clapping, if you notice, how are you doing with your word? How's that important? Right? How you guys feel about that? Right? So, what would change if I spoke with intention, not reaction? Right? I mean, think about that. If you were to speak to people with intention, not just reaction, just with intention, everything you said to them had purpose. And if it didn't have purpose, you just didn't say anything. Let me ask you, do you guys think that your life would be more enriching, yes, or in between, or just not at all? Do you think that it would actually make a difference, yes or no, if you spoke with intention when you talk to people? I'll see what you got. Here's the thing. I'm going to say yes. Oh, okay. Mr. Dady already said yes. Okay. Some dude named Fearless already said yes. Okay. And I think that that's important to note for the most part, again, because when you speak with intention, everything that you say can actually not only be taken as literal, but you're building that self-confidence one layer at a time. And here's the thing though, like we talked about before, some people find when other people take things, when people are confident and you get to observe that, that builds your confidence level up too. And not only that, but people find that shit attractive and they want to do it as well. Okay. Miss Renita said it does not make a difference. Okay, I got you. Thank you. I'm totally understand. You know what I'm saying? She said, if I spoke with intention or not, it would not make. I feel you. Is that now, Renita? Let's kind of continue on with that. Is that because you're still going to speak with? Is that because you're still going to speak with intention regardless of what's going on outside of you? Is that why you feel that way? Is that you're like no matter what, you're still going to speak with intention regardless of what's going on? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I thought you were saying that it does not. Sorry about that. I didn't see that there was an NT missing. Sorry about that. She said it does make a difference. You're right, very much so. Okay, so reality is that your word is your wand. Again, we've talked about that before. What you say shapes what you become. What you say shapes what you become. Speaking with integrity protects your peace and it amplifies your power. I love telling a person something and knowing that that person knows that it's going to get done because I said that it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie to you. Like that, I feel a drip of dopamine when I feel that, when I say something and it feels so good. Hold on. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not. But I'm not. But what I'm saying is that Renita's one of those ones that I realized early on that she has a very peculiar and particular way of looking at certain things. And I respect the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I agree with it or not is irrelevant. But I do love it if somebody disagrees with it, you know? And again, like I like that because number one, it challenges the way that I see things. And I love being challenged. I love it because it either helps me do one or two things. It either A helps me solidify that you know what I'm right about this, or it makes me have to re-question my shit and be like, huh, maybe I'm not. Like unlike other people, I don't mind being wrong, right? But at the same time, if you're gonna prove me wrong, you better come with it. Come with it, because I here's the thing, I don't necessarily have beliefs. I have ideas, strong ideas. So I may use the colloquial word of belief, but most of my beliefs are not beliefs; are more ideas. Why do I have ideas as opposed to beliefs? Because ideas are easier to change than beliefs are. People kill for beliefs. People die for beliefs. People throw away their whole fucking life for a belief. Ideas are just way easier to change. So that's why I like to have ideas. Strong ones, but I like to have ideas. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So, and Renita is one of those individuals, because I have a couple people in my life that really challenge the way that I see shit. Right? Like, even with all these books that I read, there's one person in my life when his name is Leo. He's been on here a couple times. Leo, besides Leo and Leon, my little brother, usually challenge and they help reframe the way that I see things. I I wouldn't say they're better than I am, but they're different in ways for me to see things differently. And I'm usually sitting back listening. I don't talk that much when I'm conversing with them. I'll ask a lot more questions than I'm giving out answers, if you will. Even me. Just saying. Don't I love to learn, like I said. I love it. So yes, I'm always looking for what Renita's gonna say. Yes, I am. I just put that on out there. Yes, I do. All right, so speaking with the okay, we already talked about that. And Yachty, I see you fucking laughing. Focus on that ride. Make sure that Benito gets where he's gonna be safely, ma'am. Matter of fact, why are you texting? Why are you not driving? It's 9 o'clock. You can you can pull over and take the wheel. What are you doing? I'm over here talking shit. I do. I'm just saying I do. I do. And I love it too. You're right. All right. So, uh, case in point, don't take anything personally. Don't don't take anything personally. A stranger insults you and it ruins your mood. These are examples. A friend cancels plans with you and then you feel rejected. First and foremost, if it was actually a real friend, you probably wouldn't feel rejected. I mean, remember, if we now if we're talking about friendship the way that I've explained it to you, then you wouldn't feel rejected at all because you'd already understand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, y'all can say that bullshit if you want to. If that man's been up since driving since last night, you need to take over. Just saying. So, all right. So anyway, sorry about that. So questions plural. Um, is this about me or their wounds of their fear of their story? Right. So there was something that we had talked about. These presuppositions that we said that hurt people. Right. So most of the time, when a person's trying to hurt you, they're not trying to hurt you. They're hurting themselves. So they hurt you to make themselves feel better. If you didn't give them any reaction to what they did, they would either keep trying or fuck off and leave you alone because they're not getting what they want. Hurt people hurt people. And so, is this about me or their own wounds, fear, or their story? See what I'm saying? So somebody comes in pissed off, or a friend rejects, says that, hey man, we can't do this, that, and the other, and I'm gonna have to go off and go do something else. If it's your friend, then you're not gonna feel rejected by that. You're gonna understand that because they would not just cancel plans on you for no reason. You know they wouldn't. So if they were technically your friend, you wouldn't even think that. Now, if it was an associate, maybe you'd feel rejected because you don't really know them like that. But a friend, on the other hand, that's different. If I told you that, hey, I'm gonna be there on this particular day at this particular time, and something pops up, and I'm like, hey, Jerry, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to make it today. I'm gonna get back with you later. He's not gonna feel rejected by that because he's number one. He's gonna know I'm gonna call him back as soon as I handle whatever I need to handle. Number two, I don't need to feel rejected because he's my friend. See what I'm saying? Number three, the man keeps his word. So he's gonna call me back. We're gonna reschedule, and I will see him in no time. Done. Okay. But like I said, if you don't really know people or you don't know yourself like that, then of course you're gonna feel rejected. Because that's a you thing, not them. Okay. Am I choosing to carry somebody else's emotions that were never mine? Think about that. Don't we do? But show of hands, how many of you do that? We carry other people's shit, and we've talked about this before. We carry other people's stuff as though they were ours. We carry their beliefs, we carry their ideas, we carry their bullshit, we carry their attitudes. Rebecca says, yeah, for sure. And I know you would get over it, kind sir. Right? But like I told you guys before, you a real friend, That ain't something that you even need to think about. You hear you? Do you guys agree? Do you understand what I'm saying about that? Hold on. Oh, Miss Shotty threw a good one out at us. This is so crazy. I was just telling my mom that I was telling her that I want us to get along better. Sometimes you think the person is the problem, but reality, you're the problem. Hurt people, hurt people. Yes, of course. Yes. Yeah. I mean, but Yachty, we've talked about that on multiple occasions, though, dear. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the fact that you're telling your mom this stuff, man, I really appreciate you speaking up. Remember that EVLNCT stuff that we talked about? Exit voice, and you're voicing that. You're telling her, and you're not just staying out of loyalty or being quiet out of loyalty or just ignoring it like you used to. Now you're saying something about it. Hey, I don't like this. I don't like our relationship. I like to fix this. Right? So once you put it out there that, hey, this is what I'm willing to do, at that point, as long as you said that to the other person, at that point, it's out of your hands. You can only do or put out or put up with what you dish out for the most part, positive or negative, right? But your mom's gonna have to take that baton and carry it the rest of the way. You see what I'm saying? You can only show up two people and four people so many times for them to have to take that baton and show up back for you. And even if she doesn't show up all the way, take the fucking baton and take a couple steps towards me. Or not. You know? All we can do is offer that friendship. All we can do is offer love and admiration. But if the person don't take it, that it's not on us anymore. And this is where that thing comes from and where we have to stop taking everything personally. Yeah, of course. And that's beautiful, man. I love that. I love that. And I love the fact, Yadi, that you initiated that. You initiated that. That wasn't something that, because we've had those conversations before, you know, but you initiated it. You felt the way and you did something or you said something about it. So, shit. Give Yadi a congratulations, dear. Come on, man. Good job, man. I love that. Nothing's going to change until you do it. Nothing. No, good job. Most people act from their own pain, not from truth. Think about that. Most people act from their own pain, but not from truth. Look at that. People already clapping for you, loving you. Loving on you, Miss Yachty. Taking a night trip and just loving on you. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. Look at that. Jerry Bear is giving you some a round of applause, giving you some loving. Look at that, man. All these people fuck with you, Yachty. Told you that. Told you. Right? So most people act, like I said, from their own pain, but not necessarily from their own truth. And again, remember, just like clarity, truth starts from within. Right? You're so welcome, Yadi. Taking things personally gives strangers power over your peace. Think about that. Taking things personally gives strangers power over you. Remember, one of the things that I told you people is that number one, I'm not here to fix you. And number one, I'm not here to do the work for you. I can't want your dream, goal, or aspiration for you. Because if I want it more than you, then you don't want it that bad. And if I step up and I help you and I'm doing the work, then I get the credit for it. Think about that. If I'm doing the work, then the credit comes to me, right? So when you're putting your love, your trust, your devotion into something or someone else, and you're skipping you, then that means that that same person that you gave all that shit to has the same exact power to take it all away from you. Didn't we just talk about that last night? Giving away your personal power to other people? What I tell you, all this shit's connected, man. All of it. It's all connected. All right. So, fun fact time. So, this book is based on ancient Toltec wisdom, a Mesio American spiritual tradition focused on truth awareness and personal freedom. Mesoamerican. Is that mezzo? Because when I was writing it, I didn't Mezio or mezzo. Mesoamerican. Mesoamerican. Like it sounds like a Two Life Crew song. Miso. Rebecca, which one is it? Is it miso or mezio or meso? American. Mesoamerican. Is it me with the E with the hyphen over or the U? The hyphen on over on top of the E, like meso American mezzo. See, that's the U. That's the U. Thank you. Mesoamerican. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See that I told you, man. I fucking love. I like to get better. So I'm saying I like to get better. Now, why do y'all think I went straight to her? Hey, which one is it? Right? I know she gonna know it. All right, so don't make assumptions. We do that shit constantly, don't we? You assume that somebody's upset with you because they're quiet. You guess at someone's needs instead of asking directly. Isn't that crazy? You guess at someone else's needs instead of asking them directly. Who does that? I've done that before. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get such and such something to eat. And I never even asked the person if they wanted it. You know? Isn't that crazy? Like, hey, I got you something. Oh yeah, what you get me? Sure. Like I don't even eat that. I'm allergic to that shit. Okay, man, my IPA class was 23 years ago. I forgot so much about how to denote that shit. I'll relearn my phonics at summer school, though. Okay. E apostrophe and yeah. Okay. Okay. Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hmm. Have you, okay, so have I asked clearly or am I filling in the blanks? International phonetic alphabet. Okay. Not the beer. I don't drink, so I wouldn't know what that is. But IPA. What does IPA stand for in beer wise? Good night, buddy. He said that's why we don't have Google because she knows everything. India Pale Ale. Okay. Yeah, never heard of it. Maybe I have. I don't know. Like I said, I don't drink, so all right, cool. All right, so have I asked clearly or am I filling in the blanks? And what story am I telling myself? And is it actually true? Who was I talking to about this yesterday? Was that today? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, I think I was talking. Yeah, I had a conversation with a friend of mine today, and My friend called and needed my assistance with some stuff. And the first thing that like I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay. But then I kind of stop. I'm like, hey, like I need you to get the facts first, and then we can figure out what we need to do from there. Like I gotta have the facts because right now we're just working on theory. I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to be basing what I'm gonna do off of what I think that we're gonna do. I need to know what the facts are first, so then I can get you exactly what you need. She's like, all right, cool, perfect. So knowing, so not making assumptions. This is what we're talking about, right? Like this is what we're talking about in general. Knowing what the facts are versus knowing what your emotions are. Okay, or what you think things are gonna be. All right, making an ass out of you and me. There you go. Thank you, Christopher. How many of us have unfortunately told ourselves some shit that, well, we assumed that one thing was one way, and then later on, we find that it wasn't that way at all. And you spent all that time, all that wasted energy, all that wasted energy. And you could have just talked the shit out and been done with the right thing in there months in advance. I've seen people ruin marriages. I've seen people ruin relationships. I've seen fucking friends get tore up over friendships because nobody fucking decided to sit down and ask that person what happened. They assumed the fucking worst out of this person and destroyed a whole fucking relationship. I've seen it happen in marriages. I've seen it happen in families. I've seen it happen in friendships, platonic, romantic, and otherwise. All because motherfuckers making assumptions. Instead of just asking that person, hey, what's going on here? Hey, I take full responsibility for my part of it. I know I've done that. I know I've done that. Right? Shit, look at that. Rebecca got like a bunch of them up. Like, I know I've done that. Yeah. That shit sucks, man. That you could have a whole friendship, whole relationship, marriages, all kinds of shit could have actually been resolved within a 5-minute conversation. Y'all spent months, you spent weeks, months, years upset over something that y'all could have just fucking talked about it. One person could have reached out to the other person, said, hey man, what's going on? What do you think happened? How do we go from here to here? Right? That's happened. That's happened. Great, beautiful fucking relationships down the fucking tube. Sucks. Fucking heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Right? So reality is that assumptions are shortcuts to conflict. You hear me? There's shortcuts to conflict. And I'm telling, I know that probably better, more so than anybody else, because I've gone through it. Yeah, I mean, I've gone through it, man. Clarity is created through courage, not guessing. You don't guess the type of person that you want to be. You write that shit down and you become it. You know, think about that. You don't guess the type of person that you want to be. You write it down and you become it. That's it. You take all the guesswork out of it. If I say I want to be the best father I can be, that means being the best father I can be, whatever that might mean to me. Right? If that means staying solid in my word and being solid in my character, then that's what means that Whatever I say I'm gonna do, I gotta follow through with that shit. Period. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. As you can tell, as you guys can tell, like this means a lot to me. Like I read this book, I think it was in 2004, I think, or five. So I read this book. What year are we in? So I read this book 20 years ago, and I still loved it. Still love it to this day. But I went through a lot of this shit, and I still have to keep rereading this stuff. You know, great fucking relationship down the drain because motherfuckers are assuming shit. People keeping people in their circumference, in their environment that don't need to be there. Fucking sad. All right. Number four, always do your best. And we hear this quite often, but most of us don't do this. You know, we do the bare minimum if you really want to be honest. Okay? You beat yourself up for not finishing everything on your to-do list. You compare today's effort to yesterday's energy. We do that quite a bit, don't we? We beat ourselves up for not finishing shit, which I don't know. Do you guys do that? Do you guys beat yourselves up because you didn't finish everything on your to-do list? And I'm really asking, do you guys beat yourself up over that? I don't. That's why it's a to-do list, and it's on a list of shit that I need to do. But if I didn't get to it, I don't beat myself up over it. I usually just get to it the next day. So you beat yourself up about that, Chris? Jerry said no. Okay. Chris said yes. I don't either. I mean, if I don't finish it today, I'll just, if possible, I'll get to it tomorrow. Renita said no. He said no, not literally. Okay. All right. I mean, so you do, but you don't. Is that right, Chris? Like you want to get it done, but if you don't, it's a little upsetting, but it's not going to kill you. Thank you, Miss Anya. Christopher said, not really, though. Okay. What about you, Yadira? Okay, I got you, Chris. What about you, Yadi? Do you ever beat yourself up because you didn't finish everything on your to-do list? She said no. Okay. So you compare yourself to, like we said today, about from today's effort to yesterday's energy, which is crazy too, because like you may not have the same energy as you had 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? With me and Anya, we went walking today, and I think we did like a couple miles today. And every time we do it, it gets a little easier, a little easier, a little easier. But I still feel myself having to talk myself into doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really like exercise. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't. Right? But Miss Anya loves walking. And if you don't go walking with her, she ain't gonna shut the fuck up. She is going to bother you until you guys go and get it done. And then after that, she won't say anything else to you. Okay, yeah, lists are aspirational. My actual expectation is to do my best to get one or two things knocked out, and anything more is a bonus. Okay. And if the only thing is done is resting or playing, then I guess that's what was needed. Okay, perfect. That works too. That works as well. Everything that I wrote, yeah, I write stuff down all the time around here. Let me see. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, so here we go. I had a whole thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I had a whole entire thing here of just stuff to do. And as you guys can see over on the side over here, all I did was I just cross it off, cross it off, cross it off, cross, right? And like I told you before, one of the things that I'll do is I'll put it in my phone to do it. And then like today I had to put it in my phone because I was gonna forget. I get home, I write everything down that I did today, and then I cross it off. Again, like I told you, it's some small little things that we could do that builds a little bit more of that self-confidence, that self-reliance. Can you get this done? Can you do this? Yes, yes, yes. And just knock it off. That's what I do. That's what I do. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Okay, so what does your best look like today? That's a question that I don't know. Do you guys ever ask yourselves that question? What does your best look like today? I never ask myself that shit. Never. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't. I don't ask myself that. Um, Another question is you can answer either one of them. Am I honoring my capacity or am I chasing perfection? Now, for myself, I think it's the first one. It's number one. It's. I'm honoring my capacity because again, kind of like Rebecca said, like, dude, if I don't get it done, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not that fucking serious. I mean, now there's some things that I have to do that are that serious, but for the most part, really, no, I'm cool. Ain't that fucking serious. I'm just throwing it out there. She said yes. She said yes, I do. Miss Anya said yes, I do. I've been doing it since I was a child, since before I moved to Kearney, Nebraska, 25 years ago. Miss Anya, I'm sure that you do your best all the time. Okay, I'm sure that you do. Okay, so realities are your challenge, your best changes daily. I love that. See it? But consistency builds trust. Your best changes daily. So what you're amazing at today, you might suck tomorrow. What you suck at tomorrow, you might be way better at the day after. So your best is always going to change depending on what's going on. Sometimes you may have a shitty day and it just unfortunately it just didn't work for you today. By show of hands, how many of y'all have had some you're usually pretty cool at certain things, but one day or to another, you just get shitted on. Everything you do is just shit that day. And then the next day, you cool again. How many of you have gone through that? I know I have. Me and I. Me here and I. When you do your best, you free yourself from guilt and regret. Now that is what I can say. That is a fact. When you do your best, you free yourself from guilt and regret. A lot of times, guilt and regret usually comes from not doing shit in general. You're guilty because you didn't do it, and you're shameful and regretful because you didn't do anything. Even a little bit of action will free yourself out of guilt and regret. Just minute, a modicum of action will dissipate that guilt that you may have and that fucking regret. Because most of the time we have these because we didn't do anything. Right? Just saying, just throwing that out there. All right. So, fun fact time. So Don Miguel Ruiz was actually a surgeon before a near-death experience led him to study consciousness and write about spiritual freedom. He was a surgeon, right? Funny enough, his book doesn't say Dr. Don Miguel Ruiz. It just says Don Miguel Ruiz. That's it. Because sometimes some people don't give a fuck about titles, right? Ain't that crazy? Man had a near death experience and then he started studying consciousness and decided to write about spiritual freedom. It's beautiful stuff, isn't it? All right. Bonus time. Yes, there is a bonus this time. Look at this. Oops. Oh, please. Yeah, there we go. So that's actually a number of the fifth one. Most people didn't know this because after he finished that book, he actually wrote another book with his son, Don something Ruiz. His man, I think Jose Ruiz. And he wrote it with his son because his son had talked to him about it and said, that the four parts is good, but you also have to be skeptical, but learn to listen, right? You have to be skeptical, but you have to learn to listen. So examples are you hear a rumor and you react emotionally without even checking the facts. You dismiss feedback too quickly because you don't want to hear it. That's called a confirmational, is that confirmation bias? Confirmation bias is what that's called. When you hear something and you don't want to know anything more about it because it doesn't it doesn't coincide with the narrative that you already have. So you just disregard it. It's called a confirmation bias. It's like if a person wants to only read about one thing, but they will never look into the other part of it, that's usually confirmation bias. And in an argument, you're going to get killed because your enemies always want to know both sides of the argument so then they can knock holes in your boat. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about that sometime soon. I have a whole thing come up, presentation on how to question your life like a journalist. How to question your life like a journalist. And it was like when I wrote it, man, we had some really good stuff in there. Right. So anyway, so be skeptical, which that's not a bad thing. Okay. All you're doing is you're just trying to understand what's going on. So the question would be, am I questioning what I hear or what I believe? Think about that. Am I questioning what I hear versus what I believe? People love to poke holes in my boat. Of course they do, Christopher. Because they're trying to make you better. So, all right. Am I questioning what I want, what I hear, or what I believe? Those are two totally different questions with two totally different outcomes. So if you're listening to a person to understand where they're coming from, that means you have to disband your belief for a minute and listen. Or are you just listening because you can't wait to tell this other person how wrong they are? See what I'm saying? Two totally different concepts. Okay. So the other question is, can I listen without defending or assuming? Can you listen without defending or assuming something? When you go to a movie, what do? You disband your belief. Did you know that? I don't know if you know that or not. Right? Your what you know to be true, you disband that for a little bit. So then you can be entertained. You know, if you go see Lilo and Stitch, you know that Stitch is not real. At least not in this plane of existence. He's not. You know that it is a movie, right? You know that if you watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, that is not real. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, you poison a chick, she's sleeping on the bed in the woods. Some dude just walks up and starts kissing some young chick who's poisoned in the woods. I'm not gonna lie to you. That seems a bit off to me, but people at Disney apparently think that shit's okay. I don't know. I don't know. Skepticism protects you from manipulation. I'm just saying, if you find a person passed out in the woods, and your first thing is to walk up to them and start filling them up and kissing on them. I told my son, I said, son, if you ever do that, you will go to jail. That is called sexual assault. So, just saying. Anyway, listening. Oh, listen. Thank you, Christopher. Yes, you're very much right. If this was real life, that prince would be in some serious trouble or beat up by the seven dwarfs. He would be assaulted. You can't just be walking around, wandering through the woods, touching and kissing on people. Fuck is wrong with you? You know? No, I'm not doing that. Weirdo. I can understand her stepmom or the chick who gave her the poisonous apple. I get that. Sometimes you gotta knock off the competition. You don't just find them in the woods and fondle them. The fuck? All right. So listening with awareness opens doors to truth. Listen, okay? Yeah. She says, when you're a prince, you can do what you want. I guess you can. I guess you can. Yep. Okay. Just saying. I mean, but you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, even Superman came into this country illegally. So, just saying. Even Superman came here illegally. That's all I'm throwing out there. Seriously. And I don't mean like illegally that like he's like an illegal alien. That dude is an actual alien. He ain't supposed to be here. Period. Like that's all I'm saying. His ass shouldn't have been here. But I'm just gonna leave it alone. But anyway, that's what it is. So the fifth and final um four agreements, it wasn't really four, it was actually five, based on the second book, was based on be skeptical, but learn to listen. Okay. All right. So here is our cheat sheet here. I'm also going to make a copy. Perfect. And then I'm going to, oh, please. I'm going to go into our fearless few. Where are we at? There we are. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this in here. Thank you, Rebecca, for the pizza thing. I appreciate that. And now we all have it. Okay, we're all good. So anyway, which one did you guys like the best or the most? Same difference. Which one? I mean, or did you like them all? This is one of those ones I think I can like them all. What are you smiling about, Rebecca? What happened? Jerry said all of them. Okay. Pizza. Oh yeah, the pizzas. Okay. Thank you. I don't know what that is. Well, those are cats. I don't know what that. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Renita said she liked them all. Christopher said 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Okay. What about you, Renita? I mean, Yadira. What do you think, Yadira? What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen her. I never seen the cats. That's cool. I've never seen them. That's awesome. I'm sure she'll get a kick out of that. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go play some games for a little while. Um, Again, wish Yadi and Benito a safe travel. Pretty please, sugar on top. Let's send them our love and let's send them protection as they drive. All that good stuff. And yes, I think I'm going to go play some games and I will see you guys in the morning or actually tomorrow. You're so welcome, Yadira. Drive safe, guys. Good night, everybody. Good night, guys.